Howdy, TJ here for Tampa Film Network. I'm gonna do a little bit of a open editing session here. Hopefully our acting team can get a little bit of insight on how things work and how they should be. I'm gonna try to keep it all on one screen. The screen recorder I have only records one of my screen, and then I have 5. So there's like a monitor over here, there's a monitor over there, there's one over there, there's one down here, and they all have the program that I use to edit. Premiere Pro has different panels for different things, audio, coloring, all that good stuff. But I'm going to try to keep all my stuff right here where we can all see it. But first, let's find what we're working on. So what we've been working on is, and what we finished is, let's see here. So we did this scene. Which one is this? This is the one with Ken and that guy, John. Shout out to Ken and John. So we did that. That one's on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, so check it out. We're doing the long videos now where they have to be vertical. The ones where we have it the way that it's supposed to be, like 16 by 9 widescreen, you can only do up to a minute. But the vertical ones, the IGTV formats can be longer, and we're doing that now. And we figured out how to fit the widescreen into the vertical format. Anyways, so let's get started. So you guys know the basic shooting scheme. So we do a middle shot, which is a 50-50 of both actors normally first, and then we go side to side and do over the shoulders. So these are the over the shoulder shots for Ken and John here, and they did a pretty good job. And then the next scene was, give it a second. Here we go. Then we have Becca and Julie here doing Psychic Zelda. That one came out good. Our next scene here is Tanaya and Carol. This one was really good. I was very impressed with you guys' over the shoulder shots and close-ups. Now this is a drama. The previous 2 scenes were comedies, but this one here, let's see if I can turn it up to volume. You guys may not be able to hear it.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great.
What brings you in today?
I really need a schedule change.
Schedule change? Why is that?
I just really feel like I need to focus better, and I would just like to change my 7th period to my 1st period.
I see.
Yeah.
So you want to put math at the beginning of the day?
Yes. I would rather start in the beginning of the day where I'm real fresh and, ready.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
Now, what did make this scene really successful and easier to edit is there were a lot of pauses and options for me to go and make moments out of moments that weren't there. So, for example, let's go to the part, let's see here. So this is basically a story about a kid who is being bullied, and they want to get their schedule changed and just kind of get away from it. And guidance counselor needs to find out why she wants to have her schedule changed. And so she, she gets her to open up about it. Now, when we actually shot it, Tanaya, when it got to the point where she needed to talk about it, she kind of just came out and talked about it. But when it came to editing, because I had pauses, I was able to actually take multiple takes where there was silence and make it a much longer pause to show that she really doesn't want to talk about it, to show that she's struggling with something internally. I was able to take and put on top of those pauses Carol's reaction shots. So like she was looking like this when she was delivering a line or right after she delivered the line. But I was able to take some of these shots like this, put it on top of pauses that I created that weren't actually there, and then show that there was a silent, what are you hiding, or what are you holding back, or, showing a bit of an emotional connection between the two characters just with the pauses that I was given. Because when they are pausing, they are making eye contact and they are saying something with subtext. And that's very, very powerful and useful to an editor to have that option.
Okay, why is that?
I just, well,
That there did not exist that way. So now remember, we shoot masters. So from every angle, we shot the whole scene all the way through. Notice when she gives this response, how many different angles were used.
in that class.
Okay, why is that?
Why is that? That's one shot. Is there a second shot?
I
use the non-answer part of this angle. Go back to this, and it's a part where she's not actually talking or answering a question or beginning to answer a question.
Well,
but still not answering the question yet. To our third angle. So basically, I answered this question shot with 3 different shots of Tanaya basically struggling to answer a question to make it more dramatic and make it more drawn out. When
a lot of the students,
when originally, so if I double click this and bring over, well, here's what the original clip looked like. Let's zoom out. The highlighted area is the area used in the timeline. Everything outside is what I cut away. So if I were to clear that, oops, am I able to? It's going to start there. Well, let me see, which one is it? It's 08. So let me see, 08. Let's see the whole. Here we go.
And why is that?
So that's the why is that from this angle.
I just really feel like I need to focus better, and I would just like to change my 7th period to my 1st period.
So we didn't go that route, did we? Instead, we wanted to make it a more dramatic answer to the question. And so because throughout the entire clip or throughout the entire take, there are all these pauses between Tanaya's actions and reactions.
I see.
Yeah.
There's this. See this?
You want to put math at the beginning of the day.
See, I have her just looking. I can use that. I can take out the part where she's talking.
Yes. Now you bet.
So she's acting.
A little.
So basically, never ever break character. Stay in character. Listen in character. Talk in character. Look at the character. Look at the other person in character. Do everything in character. If you don't hear cut, you're in character.
Problem in math. It might be a little bit easier and less disruptive.
And see how she's listening?
If I get you a
She knows the camera's on her, and I might need that listening shot.
tutor, how does that sound?
Now, there should have probably been a bigger pause between when she finished talking and when she started to look away. Because now, if I want to use the shot where she's looking away,
less disruptive if I get you a tutor. How does that?
Think of it like the part where we say, don't talk over each other, because now I'm stuck with an audio that has 2 people talking at the same time and I can't separate it, right? Think about actions too. Pauses not just between the audio so that you don't talk over each other, but pauses between the actions. I have her on screen and her on screen at the same time. She's doing something, she's talking, but now she's doing this.
That will not work. I need to.
If I get you a tutor, how does that sound?
Now, sometimes it's appropriate to answer immediately when you're in the same shot as the other character. Just know that a lot of times you cannot go wrong by pausing before you do your reaction or before you take your next action. because it just gives us the option to take pieces of what you do and put it in line with other pieces in a way that wasn't shot the way that we shot it, but is more effective now that we're looking at the pace of how it's going. And, maybe we thought it would come off a certain way, but now that we're on this different route, it would be better to do it another way. So just giving us the option is great.
That will not.
But back to my point about just us being able to take the pauses from all these other shots.
Well.
So other than just the fact that we got the exact same, and I, if I had more time, I would just take that away and use another so that it's not obvious it's the exact same moment. It is just so important that we have the ability to use all these pauses. So just give us as many pauses between not just the words, but the actions. And it makes editing your work easier and it will come out faster.
A lot of the students in the class have been making fun of.
Now she did look at the camera. Look at this.
In the class.
Boom. Gotcha. Red-handed. But we're going to let it go because it's just an improv scene. And actually, this is a really good location for this scene. A lot of offices and classrooms have this kind of lighting and this kind of background. And we don't have too many wide shots. So we're more focused on her. So and the background is blurred. So it actually looks like a really nice place to shoot this. Because maybe you don't meet your guidance counselor in their office. A lot of times guidance counselors will meet you outside your classroom or in an empty part of the cafeteria or in an empty room. They have to set up meeting rooms and stuff like that. So this is a very appropriate place to do this kind of scene.
In front of me because I'm so tall and it's just really hard to focus with all of that going on. So I just need to switch classes.
And we extended that moment because I believe that Carol answered
because
back.
I'm so tall and it's just really hard to focus.
Let's see how it originally was. Let's see here. I should be able to.
With all of that.
Let's see if I can.
Going on.
So it restarts, it loops. Let me see if I can take the loop away. I just want the option to not loop. So let's not loop this time and let's see.
Going on.
Now it's going beyond. So here's what it originally looked like. So remember the highlighted area is what I chose out of this clip. The rest is the original form of the clip.
Hard to focus with all of that going on.
She gives a response, and here we go.
Who?
Okay, well, we got a who.
It's okay, you can tell me.
This is actually a really good long pause. It's very nice work.
Rebecca.
So I didn't even have to create too big of a pause because she gave me such a big pause here, but I'm able to. And actually, I think the pause that we created instead is better. So let's see. So here's the route that we went.
Really hard to focus with all of that going on. So I just need to switch classes.
Who? Who's bothering you?
So reaction shots. Now keep in mind, even when you're not talking, we got to get those reaction shots to what your character's saying or what the other character's saying. So you need to be always reacting to everything. Watching, listening, reacting. So this here is really good. She reacted to the fact that she lowered her head. Did you notice that? Her head's up. She's making eye contact right now. But when she asked, really good on Tanaya to show and convey that it's not something that she's comfortable talking about or connecting with her on.
Who's bothering you?
She not only finished her line, but she reacted physically to the physical change by Tanaya, which is great, which is awesome, really good. So now we're extending this pause because what happens here originally
Who's bothering you?
is bothering you.
You can tell me it's okay.
You can tell me it's okay. Good.
Rebecca?
Good pauses. And we got a Rebecca right after you can tell me it's okay. So now what we did instead.
Who's bothering you? You can tell me it's okay.
Rebecca?
Let's see. Okay. All right, I'll tell you what.
One more time, sorry.
Who's bothering you? You can tell me it's okay.
So we created a longer pause for Tanaya there, making her moment more dramatic and more impactful. It's really good facial expression by Carol.
Rebecca?
Let's see.
And we started this shot with her looking away. When we performed it on the day, the response was actually with eye contact first. So let me see. I think.
Tell me.
Rebecca?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Boom. Good job, Tanaya. It was just she realized that you probably wouldn't want to make eye contact about something or someone that you don't feel comfortable talking about.
Who? It's okay, you can tell me.
And she's very tepid about when she does make a quick little bit of eye contact.
It's okay, you can tell me.
She looked just for a second and then away.
Rebecca?
Okay?
Let's see.
Now she's looking for the reaction. She did it. Now she wants to see Carol's reaction. Really good.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. It'll be confidential. Okay, I think we can change the courses for you now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that's how we did it on the day. Now here's what we did in editing. Going back just a
So
second.
tall, and it's just really hard to focus with all of that going on. So I just need to switch classes.
Who's bothering you?
Just letting it catch up for a second.
You can tell me it's okay.
Rebecca?
Let's see. Okay. All right, I'll tell you.
So what I thought was would be a good thing to do is when she admits she's being bullied by someone in class, I wanted to have a reaction from Carol like, oh, that's why you're being quiet about this. So in other words, to give Rebecca, the person who's not in the room, a little bit of power by showing a reaction like, oh, not her. I know who that is.
It's okay.
Rebecca?
And I think originally I had a reaction immediately from Carol right then and there. But I think I kept that because I wanted the part where she's looking down and then she starts looking up to see what Carol's reaction is. And so it's kind of a trade-off. I went with take the long one of this to get the looking up from looking down from Tanaya, instead of going with the more the shot that would have given Rebecca more power, which is an immediate reaction from Carol, facial reaction, because I think it was this shot right here which cut faster into it. and she just looks a little bit stressed because I'm alluding to the fact that they both know who that is.
Okay.
And also, the reason that I went to this wide shot is to show that they're both in the same situation with regards to this person is obviously a negative force in both of their lives in some ways, because oftentimes bully isn't just bullying one person. Well, a lot of times they are, but sometimes you hear the same story about the same person from a bunch of different people who have that experience. And if you're a guidance counselor, you probably know who the kids are that are causing trouble, and you're hearing the stories from other kids, and so it's like a repeat thing with certain bad apples. But to show that they're both in the same situation here and to kind of see where we are, we zoomed out. We're not over the shoulder right now. We're just showing, okay, there's some commonality right now because they're both sitting at the table. It's kind of a visually representative of the feeling and reaction.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to change the class for you for now.
I don't know if the color's blipping on you guys like it is me, but it's like going from yellow to red.
Now,
Here we go.
all right? You can still have the tutor if you like.
I don't really need it.
I know, you're a bright girl.
Thank you.
So we got our turning point. So remember, action, reaction, all the way up until the point where there's a turning point. We know when the turning point is when Carol decides she's going to change Layla's class. Tonight's playing Layla, Carol's playing. Oh, we didn't give Carol a name, did we? But now that we have this, you can see the energy of the scene changes too.
Rebecca.
Very tense up to this moment. It's kind of like mutual dread. They both know who this person is, this negative person is. But now guidance counselor is going to take some leadership.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to change the class for you for now. All right? You can
And now we're going to have some positive energy coming in.
You still have the tutor if you like.
There we go. So Carol's smiling now.
I don't really need it.
We get a smile back from Tanaya here.
I know. You're a bright girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll try it out. And if you have any trouble in this class, I want you to come to me right away and let me know. Okay?
Okay.
And in any case, I'd like to see you later in the week. Let me know how it's going.
All right.
All right. And we'll also talk about the other people at that time. And don't worry. It's going to be okay.
Thank you.
You're
All right.
My door's always open.
Very good ending. What I did want was kind of what I think would have been effective is if we, at the very end, the last thing is, she still knows that she has to deal with this problem with this other student who is probably a big problem. And it's probably not going to be as simple as, just informing other authorities at the school, because this person is probably already known to be a troublemaker. And for whatever reason, she remains a troublemaker. But very good overall. I really dig dramas, and this was pretty good after school special. It had the energy of something pretty heavy in the middle. So really good performance by both Tanaya and by Carol. Okay, let's move on. So I don't want to go to this one yet because I've got one more in library scene to do. And what we have is on that same day we have the three piece, right? We got Kareen, VJ, and Sharon is in this last scene, and then we have the hack my phone thing. So let's see here. Maybe I should cut the video here and then pick it up and pause for a second. You know what? We're just gonna let you see how the whole process happens anyway. So let's go to this scene. All right, so this is our 50-50 scene. The reason or 50-50 shot. the one down the middle. The reason we call it 50-50 is because usually the subjects split the screen just equally. 50% this character, 50% that character, and it's an objective view, not favoring either side, making it subjective. So this is an completely objective type of camera angle, and it doesn't favor. It's not supposed to favor either side. And since we had the table as like the divider, the table really should be right up the middle. But we angled it so that we can fit everyone in kind of comfortably. So let's see what the scene is about here.
Sound speed, camera roll.
Excellent. Action.
Kareem,
Hi.
thanks for coming in.
How are you? This is your significant other?
Brother. Thanks for coming in today.
Shout out to Sharon for actually wearing a costume or wardrobe fitting her role. It's a good job there. Oh, shout out to Karine the other day too, because she brought some props.
I have the results back from your test, and positive. You are pregnant.
Did she say pregger?
You are pregnant.
Yep.
Okay.
So the dynamic is supposed to be such that she's delivering good news, or what she feels is good news. To him, it's bad news. These two are brother and sister. And to her, she's supposed to be agnostic. So we have good news, bad news, agnostic, meaning she doesn't know what it means just yet for her. She doesn't know if she wants a kid. She doesn't know if she doesn't want a kid. She doesn't know if it's a good thing. She doesn't know if it's not a good thing. She doesn't know if she's ready. She doesn't know if she is. Her brother does not think she's ready, and he does not think it's a good thing.
Okay.
Now, she's responding to the fact that he does not seem happy while she seems
Do you have
quiet.
any questions for me at this point? Being your first pregnancy and all.
How do I know that the baby's healthy? That's all I care about.
Okay. Well, what we can do is refer you on to.
Now, with a 1-to-1, when there's just two characters, one character, two character, it's action, reaction. So action, reaction, or action, reaction, move, and then move. With three people, it's difficult because one side of the scene is the way that this scene works is these two are both kind of in the same boat, just she's pregnant and he's just with her along for the ride. So when it's her turn to go, she either can go for both of them, or she can go first out of the two. So she goes first and then he goes, or he goes and then she goes as a reaction. In other words, your two reactions make up one side of this action reaction thing that we do. Actually, maybe now would be a good time to put that on the screen real quick. And we're just kind of feeling our way through this on this particular day, but kind of be aware that when there's three people, if you just keep going back and forth between the two, you might be completely brushing this aside the third person who has a purpose. So he's here as kind of like a counterbalance to what would be a normal interaction between a woman and her doctor. He's kind of there to give background commentary, counterpoint comedy, good advice, bad advice, good cop, bad cop. He's there to enrich the scene, to fill in some gaps. Here we go. So if you skip him, so just keep that in mind. If you're in a scene with two other people and you are on one side with another actor and you're kind of in the same situation with each other, and then the other person represents the opposing side, if you step over the other person, you're not letting your scene be as good as it could be, because they're supposed to be adding color. They're supposed to be enriching the scene and helping you. So every time you do that, it could be a missed opportunity. Now he's handling this well because he's positioned so that his facial reactions to everything, can be a part of his turn that he didn't get. So if he didn't get to say anything, he got to say something subtextually with his body language, with his stares, with his glares at the both of them. So he's doing a really good job of taking a turn, even though it's not given to him. And that's kind of why he was set up that way. We put him that way because we knew that it would help him.
What we can do is refer you on to an obstetrician, and they will be with you through the next part of your journey with your pregnancy.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Sure. So not everyone is excited about this?
Well, the situation was, thankfully, but I guess I'm happy.
Okay. All right. Would you like to maybe talk to me alone in my office? Would you be more comfortable?
All right, pause. Cut.
Okay, so we did cut that take because she was taking it to a place that it really didn't need to go. We need to have the conversation here. We're not going to have a conversation somewhere else. That's unnecessary. So we need to correct that. So obviously I'm not going to use that part. So what am I going to use? I'm not sure just yet. So let's see here. Let's see how it looks from this angle. Just kind of before we put anything on the timeline. Let's see what's happening.
Camera roll, sound, speed.
Abby's ready?
Yes.
And action.
Hi, Corinne. How are you? Yeah. And this is your significant other?
My brother.
Brother.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. So I have your test results back, and positive. It looks like you're pregnant.
Let's maybe start with that. We'll start with a delivery of info and reaction. So I'm going to put that on the timeline for us folks. Put a chapter marker. Start of a new scene. Move all this stuff down. I'm going to need more room. There we go.
Hi, Corinne. How are you? Yeah. And this is your...
Editing doesn't happen linearly always. It doesn't happen we'll start with the first part of the scene and then work our way towards the middle, towards the end. Sometimes people start with the end. Some people start with the middle. It's just kind of, I like to favor whatever is the strongest performance part of whatever it is I'm looking at. So I'll kind of look and see what I like, and then I'll grab the thing that I like the most first, put it on the timeline, and build everything around that, because ultimately this needs to be entertaining. So what I like is going to be obviously the most dynamic part of it. It's going to be the most well acted part of it. So I put the best performances that I see on the timeline and try to make everything work around it. So let's see, we got that. Let's answer.
significant other?
My brother.
Brother.
It's a good frame.
Nice to meet you. So I have your test results back, and positive. It looks like you're...
So we need to cut to Carrie's reaction here. Let's get something here. Oh, look at that. So we only have one take of this angle, which is good. It's going to give us limits to work with.
Camera roll, sound, speed.
Sometimes what you don't want is too many options. It's time consuming. So here we got it. In other words, this means we got it right without having to redo it a lot of times.
Sound speed.
So I need a reaction or answering shot to what was just posed. She's already in.
Okay.
So I can actually get 2 for 1 here.
Thanks.
So I need the delivery of the info that she's pregnant.
And it's positive. Congratulations, you're pregnant. Thanks.
She is not making eye contact. which is not great. You don't normally put an answering shot with a character who isn't looking at the character who's talking, because it's as if we can't see her face already, and she's talking, and now we don't see the connection.
It's positive. Congratulations, you're pregnant.
So this is when we need to start with eye contact and then go looking down if you want to. But when a character delivers a line to you, we're gonna obviously need an answering shot for that, or a reaction shot. So the problem is she is reacting to here, and I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if she could have avoided it, possibly. Well, let's see.
Thanks.
That's not bad. At least she made contact with somebody. So let's start there.
And it's positive. Congratulations, you're pregnant.
She's not making eye contact.
Congratulations, you're pregnant. Thanks.
And then we go back to Karen. So let's put that on, or Sharon, and let's put that on, and let's see what happens. Let's just see how it feels.
And
For it to catch up.
so I have your test results back, and positive. It looks like you're pregnant. Congratulations, you're pregnant.
So now what is going to dictate where I cut in is you saw he has some movement already. So we have a reaction from him from this angle.
Positive. It looks like you're pregnant. Congratulations, you're pregnant.
Let's see what happens if I cut right up to there.
Positive. It looks like you're pregnant. Thanks.
Not a bad fit, but it's like he's moving here and he's static here, so it's like it's a little bit noticeable. So I guess we start in a little bit more, because could he have settled right then? Possible. Let's see.
Positive. It looks like you're pregnant.
There we go. That works. Now we gotta go back to Sharon. Can I put this over here so I don't have to keep going back and forth? Let me see. I'll put it right here. There we go. That way you guys can see what's supposed to be happening on the other screen. It's supposed to have a screen over there. Let's see. Let's go back to Sharon.
Hi, Kurt. See, not everyone is happy.
Again, now she's answering back an answering shot, so it's like I need to start with some eye contact. Let's see here. Let me make that one smaller. Okay.
Thank you. That's great.
See, not everyone is happy.
And then that's going to call for an answering shot from him. Let's see how that works.
It looks like you're pregnant. Thanks.
So actually, we need to start with the eye contact with him, not her, because that's the part that takes us out of the last shot.
you. That's great.
See, not everyone is happy.
Now, because I have 3, 1, 2,
Not everyone's happy.
3, I want it to be a little too repetitive. Let's see if I can cut in a little more to the second one, maybe.
See, not everyone is happy.
A little bit far. I think that's the third one. How about there? Let's see what that does. Delete that space.
That's great.
See, not everyone is happy.
I think it's a little better. The audio changes dramatically, so I'm going to fade it in. Let's see. Power. Constant power. Be a little smoother.
Okay, that's great.
See,
Ah! Shoot. Hate when it happens.
Okay, that's great.
Save it real quick, just in case. You never know. Okay, let's get back to it.
Okay, that's great.
see, not everyone is happy. Everyone is happy.
So let's go to maybe our 3 shot where we can see everybody, not over the shoulder. Let's go here.
Before you make a decision. So let's just go back a couple lines.
According to the hormone levels, it looks like you're probably at 14 weeks. So we're still in first trimester. Would you like to speak to me in my office alone?
No,
That ain't gonna work.
Alone?
no, you're in your office.
Is this something maybe you'd like to discuss with me? Because right now I
Already discussing it.
Like I wanted this. I wasn't really planning for this. So it's something that it's
So if I'm going to go to a shot where everyone's kind of like the wide shot where everyone's in the same boat, it's kind of like I need to give space for everyone to react to the situation that just happened. So let's see if I can go back to maybe just dropping a little more knowledge.
congratulations. And positive, you're pregnant.
Let's start here and see what that does.
Congratulations. And according to the hormone levels, it looks like you're probably at 14 weeks. So we're still in first trimester, still just inside first trimester.
Let's put it on, see how it does. It might be unnecessarily extending the whole scene. Let's see.
Congratulations.
Let's start with there because she was saying with her mouth open.
Everyone is happy. And according to the hormone level,
It might be a little ridiculous for me to say you should put pauses between your ums and when you actually start your dialogue, but it would help. It's just hard to, like, who's going to be thinking of that in a moment? Is like a filler word.
and according to the hormone,
Just so that I can avoid having 2 ums. See, I just did it. I got to stop doing that. I used to be a person who never said I need to go back to that. I just prefer this because I think it's a higher quality sound. Maybe I should keep the 2 ums and it'll just show that she's a little bit nervous because of the dynamic between these 2.
and according to the hormone levels, it looks like you're probably 14 weeks. So we're still in the first trimester, still just
By the way, if the audio is not loud enough for you to hear the video itself, sorry about that. It's this thing does not have two inputs, so I can only put from my mic or the computer, but not both. Versus the other program I have actually lets you do both, but it takes up too much power because I can't edit at the same time. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I haven't listened to this back, but I think it was okay the last time I did a editing screen sharing thing with the editing team. So let's see.
inside first trimester.
You can always watch it. It's on Discord. Let's show you the Discord real quick. Yeah, on Discord it here's the again. On Discord, see, posted the recent scenes. So this is the ones from YouTube. They play inside Discord. The ones from Facebook only seems to post the thumbnails. Facebook's a little bit harder to reach, so we set it up to make the YouTube go directly to Discord, and we still get the Facebook, and we really only want to have one. We don't need double postings, but we'll work it out. We'll see what's the right thing. I wish everything worked off of Facebook because everything is being routed from there. We use Facebook probably more than everything else. It'll play inside if you're looking at it on your browser.
Hey, hello, Layla.
Hey,
Have a seat.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Which is cool on your computer. On your phone, it seems like when you play it, it will just take you to YouTube. So, yeah, so it'll open up YouTube on your phone, which is fine because it plays immediately after.
Hey, hello, Layla.
We just want to make it convenient for everyone. All right, it's back to the editing. I wonder if I should cut this editing session in half or just keep on steaming through. Well, I guess you guys can just scrub through. Anyways, life of an editor. Let's see here. So we got to go to Karen. I want to try and keep this short. So let's go to Karen. Get her to move to advance the story. I want some eye contact now.
So do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I just basically want to know if the baby is healthy.
Sure. Well, according to this,
I can't start there because Sharon ended the last shot with some dialogue, so I really should be only, if I'm going to answer the shot, it should be an answering shot from the other characters, not another bit of info from the same person. Let's see if we can get some genuine reaction. I love that. Look at him. Actually, I'm going to screenshot that and post it. Where's my screenshot button? My export frame. There we go. Stills. We'll do that one too. All right, let's see here.
probably 14 weeks. So we're still in the first trimester, still just inside first trimester. Hormone levels, it looks like you're
So I need a reaction to the trimester thing.
actually Plan B. And I think you're really going to enjoy working with her.
It's just that it's just not a good situation.
I'm sensing some mixed dynamics here.
Sorry, it's just that it's just not a good situation. And because of that, we've had a lot of arguments.
I see. I'm sensing some mixed dynamics. This is your partner?
Brother.
Brother. Okay. Thanks for coming in. So we have the results back from your test, and it's positive. Congratulations, you're pregnant.
Maybe from here?
Thanks.
Okay.
Maybe that'll work. Let's put it there and see what happens.
Probably at 14 weeks. So we're still in first trimester, still just inside first trimester.